you have Esau that's going to come in and destroy a lot of you. And he's going to use whatever weapons he has at his disposal. His police force, his military, the UN troops, sleeper cells, and all his different artillery. He's going to use it against you. These concentration camps, yeah, they're set up for the masses, but they're particularly set up for you Israelites. That RFID microchip he wants to mandate, that's for you Israelites.
Or
just a little bit more. It says, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end of them be that obey not the gospel of the Most High? Not obey the gospel. And many of our people are not obeying the gospel. They have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High, to keep the laws to the best of their ability, and to establish themselves through faith coupled with fear, and heed the word at the mouth of the prophets, and to acknowledge these prophecies that are popping off like popcorn, as brothers would say, man. Last verse, it says, wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of the Most High commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing as unto a faithful Creator. So we've been tasked with remaining faithful. Lord's will we endure unto the end. And we're going to receive that end of our faith, which is salvation. It says as a faithful Creator, because he's dependable, he's trustworthy. His word, he said, he holds higher than himself. Tried 7 times. Okay? So everything that the Lord said and put out there through prophecy is going to manifest itself and be accomplished. But we want to be on that right side of prophecy. So what brothers got?
All right, I got James 1:1.
It says, well, let's try to do our best to go in order of the Spirit. Yeah. Let's try to go to best. Hey.
This is James 1:1. It says, James, a servant of the Most High, and of the Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience, which is what this brother was going into, right, from the start, about the temptations, right, patience, right, it's all about patience. But let patience have her perfect work.
Let patience have her perfect work. Patience literally breaks down to the Greek hupomeo, which means to have the quality of suffering. And hey, while it may feel like a lifetime, it is a condition of the battle. It's a necessity. So that patience can have her perfect work. Meaning we're whole, we're complete through our sufferings. When we want this as bad as we want it now, if we want suffering, man, be real. As much as you can't stand going to that job, as much as you can't stand going through the hell that you catch, the Most High is making you desire Him that much more. That desire, that passion would not be in you if it wasn't for the condition of the suffering that we go through. It's a proper balance. And that's what the Lord requires. You know, that's the summary. That's what it is. That's what does it for me. The Lord put this on me because He wants this to happen to me.
He wants you to endure. Well, who's the king of patience? Yahushua.
And don't you realize, you just said something very beautiful in the spirit. The Lord created these different things for us to experience, to build that endurance, because He wants you to endure. He wants you to endure. That's what these tests are all about.
Damn, I just had that.
Right? That's very powerful.
Man.
Go ahead.
It says, but let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
Yeah, if we were all comfortable, you know, weren't going through the things that we go through, we'd be complacent. We wouldn't even try. There wouldn't be a sense of urgency. You'd just be chilling, man. But the Lord put us in such a position of difficulty, all right? And yeah, you be feeling raw, man. You be feeling raw as hell. Man, there's just days where you want to give it the ghost. Man, please take me right now. Please just translate me into that spirit world. Let me come home. With tears in your eyes, man, being real. Just want to go the fuck home. But then the comfort of scripture starts to enter into you, all right? Because we still in this flesh, man. So sometimes you just break down.
Yeah.
But again, the comfort of the scripture is like, hey, man, we got it. It's about that long haul. It's about that the long run. You got to look at the bigger picture. This pressure is a necessity because there's obviously something that I need. All right. In order for me to grow, to go to the next level, or whatever the Most High wants, there's the Most High putting this on me for a reason. And I'll tell you what, there ain't no brother standing up here that didn't get as resilient and calloused as they are today to withstand these elements without going through some shit. You understand?
Bro.
All right? That's why we so hard, man. And that's why we're so adamant. And that's why we're resilient, and that's why we're persistent. Because that Lord built a fight in us, man.
I got a little bit more. All of James 1 is beautiful and kind of goes into everything that the brother's saying in the spirit. But I'm going to read this verse and then jump down. It says, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask the Most High that give it to all men liberally.
I don't need to break that down.
And upbraideth it not, and it shall be given him.
The Lord said, let your request be known. So you got to understand that you do need things. Stop acting like you're cool all the time, man. Humble yourself down. Understand that you need to grow. Understand that you need, all right, particular things to aid you in this ministry.
A little more, last verse, I'm going to jump down to James, the first chapter, and verse 7.
Understand the brothers are really a support system.
Yep.
No man should be in a lone wolf spirit in this thing. Yeah, we got to work out our own salvation with fear and trembling as individuals, but we are a support system, man. And it's our job and our duty to support one another. Whether we're number 1, number 2, or number 10, it don't matter. We read earlier that we're a part of the body.
One body.
If the Spirit of the Lord be within us. So assume your position, man. And support the occupants, support the brothers, man. The Apostle Ariam Lab did a video about a week or 2 weeks ago, going over this. It's like, your number 2 got to be supporting the number 1. The number 3 got to be supporting number 2. The number 4 got to be supporting number 3. So what does that mean for the rest of you brothers, man? And the thing of it is you gotta discern whether or not you have that level of dependability. Because a lot of guys, as the apostles say, and even myself, you gotta constantly give these things thought, man. You gotta meditate on these things. And one thing that you gotta really meditate on, something that's always resonated with me, is do I really understand what I'm a part of? Do you really understand what you're a part of? Do you understand your position currently as being a part of where you are in this faith? This is not a hangout. Not something you just do on a Saturday. Fucking goddamn pestilence.
Good. One more point to wrap it all home.
Yeah.
Is James 1 and 9. It says, let the brother of low degree rejoice in that he is exalted. And this kind of goes into, earlier the brother said, like, no matter all the shit and how do you catch, don't let it get to you, right? Rejoice in the fact that out of everybody you were chosen up out of this thing, right? And when it says a low degree, let's go really deep into it. Low degree says brought low with grief, depressed, in a bad sense, deporting oneself abjectly, deferring servilely to others, right? So like basically being in a depressed spirit, right? So you're going to be in a low degree, you're going to be in a depressed spirit, but rejoice, man. Rejoice because we're exalted in Yahweh Shema Shai.
I got another precept to back you up.
Good.
It's all in the spirit, but I believe this is you know, needed in the spirit. This is Sirach chapter 30, verse 21. It says, "Give not over thy mind to heaviness, and afflict not thyself in thine own counsel. The gladness of the heart is the life of man, and the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. Love thy own soul, and comfort thy heart. Comfort thy heart." The gladness of the heart is the life of man, and the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. Love thine own soul, and comfort thy heart. Remove sorrow far from thee, for sorrow hath killed many, and there is no profit therein.
Yeah, man, that's beautiful.
Envy and wrath shorten the life. Hey, man, so you got to be brothers that carrying all that anger all the time, man. You got to be examining yourself and realize how to find the balance in that. I know the scriptures say be angry and sin not, but you got to understand, first of all, the source of that anger, okay, and how to relieve it and let it go pursuant to the precepts, pursuant to the scriptures.
Hey, but I got a precept for you on that. You finished?
Con, so let me finish this. It says, envy and wrath shorten the life, and carefulness, right? You know, there's going to be emotions attached to all different situations, but your emotions cannot lead, all right, that particular circumstance. It says, carefulness bringeth age before the time. A cheerful and good heart will have care of his meat and diet.
That's right. I got a precept.
You got to take care of yourself.
That's right.
Spiritually first.
Spiritually first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like your spiritual diet.
Yeah.
Spiritual diet first. Your spiritual diet got to be right. You know?
And that equivalent with not worrying about the affairs of this life.
Yeah.
Because you got to put your cares with the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shah. But this verse go right into it. If I can read it.
Yeah.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 3. Though therefore endure hardness as a good soldier for Yahweh Shah Mashiach. No man that worrieth entangle himself with the affairs of this life. Because this life can kill you. You can be stressed out for all the go ahead, bro. For all the bullshit that you hearing, you're going through, especially with this coronavirus. This ain't our worries. We're supposed to put our kids with Yahweh Shemel Shah. Let him deal with that.
Right.
And that's it. That's what he told us to do. All right.
Brothers are gonna get overwhelmed, but like the brother's saying, you need to learn to let that overwhelming spirit go. Otherwise, you're gonna go fucking mad. You need to pray to the Most High. All right. First of all, to settle your mind, to settle your spirit, and to pray for Him to work it out, and then move on with your day. Focus on the task at hand.
Right. And if I may say,
and ain't be stressing out all fucking day about everything, man.
Hey, you know, a prime example is Job. Look at Job. All that happened to Job, and Job said, "You know what? I'm still holding my integrity.
Yeah.
And I'm giving faith. I'm having faith in Yahweh Shemel Shah because look at it. Remember, Yahweh and Satan made a bet against Job, and Job still came out on top, even though everything was taken from him. His woman tried to do the double okey doke on him. Yeah. Curse you and the Lord. You see that? And then what the Job told his woman? You sound like one of them bum. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, he rebuked her.
You sound like one of them bum assholes down in Brooklyn. It's like, it's like, you know, he sound like one of the women that ain't got no faith in the Lord.
Right.
And you had everything. You saw you had everything. So imagine all the things that you do have, your children.
That was a powerful moment because you know if Jake be fucked up over anything, it's over the woman.
Yeah.
They be following what the woman do and say.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Trying to appease her when it should be the other way around.
Ooh. You should be pleasing Yahweh Shemel Shah. He's the one that's...
Because he's our head. Stop looking at the woman like she's your head. She can't bring you no salvation.
No.
That stink-ass thing between her legs
no.
ain't bringing nothing but fucking madness.
And remember, Yahweh Shemel Shah is the one that's putting us through the ringer. To what? For us to endure hardness as a good soldier.
Right.
A great soldier.
To whom it applies, you know?
To whom it applies, Salakia.
No, I'm
The
just
water?
saying the statement that I made. You know,
Okay.
you got some decent women out there that are doing the right thing, so that don't apply to you. But overwhelmingly, Jake got this mentality that they need to be following the woman, man. Like if they don't get pussy, they're gonna die. You ain't gonna die.
No.
It's okay. All right. You need to have some damn balance. That's why these women are on top right now, because everybody's so goddamn fucking thirsty.
That's right.
And women don't like that shit anyway.
No, they don't like thirst buckets. No, that's right. It says 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 4. No man that worrieth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier.
That's a weighty precept.
Soldier.
You got to acknowledge the Most High in all ways, in all doings, in all thoughts.
Oh.
And it says, he, okay, who hath called you to be a soldier. So you got to recognize that Yahweh Shem Yahushai called us for a much greater purpose than for us to be concerned with the flesh and the ways thereof, man. Which means that, yes, you're going to be in constant positions of difficulty. That's a sacrifice you made. Y'all didn't realize that, man? And look, this goes for me, because there's times where, you know, you get so stressed out and overwhelmed, you have to go back to, wait a minute, that's you put your hand to the plow.
Thank you.
You're the one that
yeah,
you're the one that read where it said, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for diverse temptation. You remember, you read that out, right?
Yeah.
Remember? You been having a conversation with yourself. Like, you remember, you read that out, right? Okay, so now you got to assume the position.
Yeah. And like I said, he's putting you to the ringer so you can be a great soldier for him, and to stand for the test of time, for all the things that's coming out. That's going to endure.
Beautiful.
Man.
Come on.
Just, you know, that's what we hear, man. And you can't. It's no take your hand off the plow.
That's it.
And then when you decide to do that, you know what's gonna happen to you? You jeopardize not only yourself, your family too. Forget about this. Yo, look at your look at your no goddamn kids. Look at your children, Slocky.
Yeah, sometimes it be like that.
Look at your children. Think about your children and what's gonna happen for you. Hey, it's lots of it's a lot of prime examples that prove that. What happened to the individual that he got hit by a Mack truck? I know he was in the truth for a long time. I think he was in Virginia. I can't remember where, but and what about the brother that left to the individual that left to Arizona? His family got ran up in his house.
Yeah, man.
There's a lot of examples to this, man. That they took the hand to plow. Hey, look at the smoking demon. The smoking demon is on these dudes, man.
Yeah.
And what? You want to do what with yourself? Now that's taking your hand off the plow, and that's worse than the woman. That's worse than Lot's woman. You know what I mean? You really, because you did though. You the man, and you decided to take your hand off this let this glorious thing go. Slocky, I'm sorry.
No, you finish your point out.
That was my point. Slocky.
And then I know the brothers got.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're gonna come full circle. You got to finish, James. You good on that? And we're gonna come back to you, brother. Just let me read Matthew 6 real quick and 19. It says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt."
So all these things on the earth is not going to last. It's tangible. It's all going to be bye soon.
Yeah, con.
Okay.
Con. Right? And where thieves break through and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Yeah, if you for the eternal glory, that's everlasting. The riches in the heavens,
right?
That's never gonna rust, man.
Right.
We're gonna be pillars in the sky. They talk about that forever. And those that left this, they're gonna be set. They're gonna get their glory because they're gonna be our children, but they're gonna be sad for a moment, man. Scripture speaks about that. You know, we're gonna have forever eternal life, and our children gonna live forever too.
Right.
Because we ain't gonna have to teach them no more, because the scriptures talk about us not teaching the children of Israel anymore.
Yeah, the other nations are gonna be in the state that we are now, where we have to be taught. They're gonna have to be taught. You know, and strongly rebuked and stricken with the rod. All right, the scepter.
That's right.
Because they're gonna go off.
That's right. Anybody better have precepts? You
Okay.
have one, right?
We have to beat them, like the scriptures say, in the shivers.
Okay. with the
You
rod
know,
of
they ain't gonna get it right.
They ain't gonna get it right.
You know?
Rightfully so. I'm sorry. That's a lot.
No, that's it. And you know, that's heavy. Because if our heart is meditating on the right things, all right, and we're focused on the right things, and the Lord gonna preserve what we care about. The Lord gonna preserve family and women, and children, our own lives, right? If you care about your own life, then the best thing that you could do is give it over to the Most High. All right? He that findeth his life shall lose it. He that loseth his life for my name's sake shall keep his life eternal. So,
this is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahushua Mashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
yeah, we're going to be glad because we held on for so long, according to our faith that has been given to us from on high. Okay? And we're going to receive the end of our faith, which is salvation. When we see Yahushua coming in the heavens, okay, in those chariots, the scripture say, look it up. All right? That's our redemption. That's our salvation. So we're going to be glad because we kept the faith. All right? And although, you know, we didn't necessarily have the evidence of these things in the physical, all right, we perceived these things spiritually. We knew within our own spirit that these things were true according to the word, and now it's manifested itself. And so all the work that we've been putting in, all right, all the laboring, all the suffering was all worth it. And as you can see, like the brother said, now we in 2020, everything that we've been talking about, everything that the apostles, really beginning with them, Salakia, the apostles and the elders been talking about for all these years, and now finally making themselves manifest. How much happier are you now, man, that you stuck with it? All right, or that you came in at an appropriate time where everything is abundantly clear.
Abundantly clear.
You know,
man. Hey, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, man.
Because a lot of brothers they getting this down. They getting the download because a lot of these kids they just come out of school and a lot of brothers that's coming they coming out right out of school. Me, I ain't have that chance of coming right out of school, so their brain is still fresh. So if they caught this. They instantly got that fear and they started studying.
Right.
And most of them got the Hebrew down pat quick.
Right.
And it was like an ultimate, it was like a quick download.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And I always see it as a download because we like human computers.
right. And remember, that's prophecy anyways. You're
Yeah.
going to have those that kind of come in at the last second and receive that penny.
Yeah, that penny.
You know? So it's a beautiful thing no matter when you come in. So as long as you come in.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, man. We have a job to do. You know, we just got to keep doing it till the Lord set us up.
I got a precept for you, brother.
No, in righteousness. Go ahead.
Roman,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got to suffer
Yeah.
that fiery trial,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's going to come and go. It's going to come in degrees. The more you level up, the more that you're going to be burdened with particular things because that's part of the growth process.
That's right.
We always give the analogy about lifting weights. You cannot possibly go up in weight. I don't care if it be the bench press, the leg press, okay, the deadlift, all right, the arm curl. I don't care what it is, bicep curls. You have to add the intensity. You have to add the weight.
For the rip.
Okay, yeah, because you breaking down the muscle.
Yeah. To rebuild it. Yep.
And then you got to have the right form, the right nutrients, and then over time, after it's been rebuilt, it's built up stronger.
That's right. That's
Okay,
right.
that's a very good metaphor, an analogy for how the spirit works
right.
and how these different trials work on you. You know,
That's right. All right. It says Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for.
You can break it down.
The evidence of things not seen. Because you said something. I forgot what you said, but this is all about the substance, and that faith is the substance.
Right, because we don't necessarily see these things,
There you go.
you know, by the sight of our eyes, but rather through the spirit.
That's right.
Before we knew COVID was going to be a thing and they were going to shut shit down, we were
Yeah.
talking about there was coming a time where these types of events were going to take place.
Yeah.
So we believed it, having not yet experienced it. All right, and we know it's bound to get much worse. And I had made the statement, we're in a time now where these things are abundantly clear. Okay? And it's true. It's true. It's undeniable, man. It's undeniable. And the scriptures even tell you that there was going to come a time where Jake was just going to be willingly ignorant. Because how long have the men of the Lord been out there? How far has this truth gone abroad? It's gone throughout the four corners of the world. So these people are just willingly ignorant at this point. That's why judgment is happening much quicker and much more abundantly, because the Lord is done. He told you what was going to happen. He gave you a time to get right. And now the only thing that's left is for the judgment to come.
I got a piece of what you said.
Yeah, go ahead.
It said because you said about, we spoke about these things before it happened.
Right, beginning with the apostles and the others during Millstone.
And they did speak about things, and the prophets before us spoke about it, before our elders, and before our our apostles, our elders, and the brothers out on the street right now, which is 2020, and those things that the scriptures were speaking about is happening. And
if I may add, it was a succession, right? Woo. Certain things had to take place. All right, so there was prophecies being fulfilled back then that applied to their elders, right? And then the knowledge evolved through our apostles and through our elders. And now we're at a time where everything being revealed, all right? Everything being made manifest.
Right. Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that has been before, the prophet that has been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms. War and of evil and of pestilence.
Right, right. So, hey, it's no wonder that we're seeing these things again, because the Lord said that he was going to smite Egypt with plagues as before. And all types of pestilence and manners of evil were upon Egypt. And we're going to see things that weren't written before this place, because we're at the time, at the end of Esau's rulership. He was the last nation, okay, or was going to be the last nation to rule the earth before Yahweh Shai, which is the name of our Lord and Savior, came back. That's what's written. That this was going to be the last empire to rule before the Lord came back to redeem his people, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're the Israelites. We're God's chosen. We're the ones that have been separated and put above all nations on the planet. You understand? So, brother, anything over here? Go ahead.
This is 2 Chronicles chapter 15, verse 7. Be strong, therefore, and let not your hands be weak, for your work shall be rewarded.
Beautiful. Straight to the point. That's why we're so passionate about this thing, man. Because we want those new bodies. We want spiritual power. All right? We want women. We want the glory. All right? Of course, under Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. But the Lord said that, have I not said ye are gods? We're gods, man, and we want to return back to that God-like status. And we're gonna receive the reward.
All praise due.
That's it. That's it.
All praise due.
Hey,
Like we entertain angels.
yeah, come on. Call all Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Call all Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yeah, man. You don't know. That could have been, hey, man. You don't understand.
Entertain angels.
You will.
Yeah.
I felt that when he said it.
Come on, man. Come on. Yeah.
Come on. It's like it, brother.
Beautiful. That's a bad reason. And that's the thing, man. And this, look, it's not even, it is about the rewards, but there is a willingness in us. We want to do this. Like I said before, there's nothing else that we'd rather do. And it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. If I may say, carpe diem. Seize the day, man. Seize the day in this knowledge and truth. A long time ago, I remember the elder Sakaran. He's heavy in the spirit. He said, yeah, tonight's the night. So the night is right. So get it now.
Get it now. That's right.
So you got to get it now, man. You got to get it while the getting is good.
Because you know the Lord, he already got his elect chosen from the beginning of the world, before the world began, and he would make you do it. If you wasn't his, he would make you do it. It's like was that Jonah? Yeah. He make you do it. Yeah. If you think you don't get away.
Oh yeah, if you a man of the Lord.
If you a man of the Lord, if you in, you could probably fight against. What he told Jeremiah when he was young, he's talking about a young boy. He said, "No, you my prophet."
Yeah, he said to Paul, Saul, why thou persecutest thou me? It's hard for thee to kick against the pricks. You know, you going against something that I'm willing.
Yeah,
you know.
He became a prisoner.
Yeah.
Prisoner of Yahweh.
He had a humble Paul.
Yeah.
Put him on that right path, man.
Yeah, man.
And that's what the Lord will do to you. You know? Wow. Humble you and put you on that right path. If you a man of the Lord, if he wants you. Okay? If you found favor in his sight. Because it's about whom he will have mercy.
Woo. Oh,
and take that under consideration, Aki. That really the reason why we've been given this truth is not of ourselves. It was the gift of the Most High, which is mercy, so that we wouldn't be destroyed. The Lord has given us that opportunity to be saved.
That's the text to that.
Hey, let's go. Bring it.
This is Proverbs 8 and 13. The fear of Yahweh is to hate evil, pride, arrogancy, and the evil way in their foreign mouth do I hate. God, so basically we have to continue in this battle. Okay, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he gave us an opportunity of salvation. Okay, so the Lord, he's telling us that the fear of him is to hate evil. Okay, so the Lord is putting all these different trials on us, okay, to make us harder and for us to hate the filth of this place. Okay, so as we perfect our hate for evil, we're fearing the Lord even more.
That's it. That's it.
I can't hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Hebrews chapter 6, verse 10. Where Yahweh is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. This is Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 10. For Yahweh is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister.
So we're not doing all this work for no reason, okay? You know, there's actual reward, there's actually salvation, okay, for all the different things that we're doing, okay? So Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he's not going to forget all the good works, okay? Us putting effort, us caring, okay? Us sacrificing our time, okay? Because us doing all these videos, you know, sacrificing our time to do this, okay, to be in the scriptures, okay, most people won't do that. You know, most people are not going to sacrifice themselves for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know? So us, all right, seeing the mercy the Lord is giving us, okay, and taking advantage out of that, all right, the Lord is going to reward us for that, okay?
This is book of Romans chapter 8, verse 16. I'm going to start at 17. No, I'm going to start at 16. It says, the Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. And if children, then heirs, heirs of the power, and joint heirs with Hamashiach Yahushua. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may also be glorified together. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
God, so the scriptures say that the flesh is weak and the spirit is willing, so we can't let the flesh, you know, bug us out thinking that, oh shit, this is so hard, you know, this suffering is such a big deal, you know. This suffering that we're going through, all right, is little compared to what we're going to get,
right?
Okay, it's little compared to what we're going to get, all right. So we just have to continue on the way, okay? We have to stay in the scriptures, okay, as Yahweh Shem Yahushua commanded us, okay? We have to be in love with that, with the spirit of the Lord, okay?
Yeah, when you're wounded in the spirit, where are you going to find your refuge? In the scriptures. All right? You might hit a brother up, you know? And you don't even necessarily need to get personal about anything. Just hearing another brother's voice and y'all on the same wavelength because y'all talking about the prophecies, y'all hitting it off. You know, the Lord gave us ways to be comforted, man, primarily through the scriptures, and having another brother that thinks like you and that's involved in this thing, okay, with you, is going to make the difference. You know, you got to keep that in mind. That's why, again, it would behoove you to remember the brotherhood. I'll put it like that, and not try to be a lone wolf. It's not wise to be a lone wolf, is what I was trying to say. You know, there's a lot of benefit to the brotherhoods. But is that it? So that's all we got. You know, we hope that, you know, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Lord's elect, were edified. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakach Kodash.
Giving double honors unto the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, and a sincere and hearty shalom to the Lord's hopeful elect.
Yep, shalom.
Shalom. Wa abad b'bar.
Abba, Abba.
Shalom.